a heartbreaking reflection on the tragedy of growing old alone. As the hands of time turn, a disquieting thought creeps in. Who will be by our side when the final chapter unfolds? The comforting vision of a close-knit family unit, ever present through life's journey, seems to be dissolving. In a world driven by ambition and opportunity, children, once expected to remain the cornerstone of their parents' lives, now venture far and wide in pursuit of their dreams. This leaves parents grappling with the hollowness of empty nests, a stark contrast to the warmth of a bygone era. This societal shift isn't lost on even young parents. Their anxieties simmer as they acknowledge the growing distance that can erode the strength of family bonds. The fear takes root. Will geographic separation leave them vulnerable in their twilight years, with a support system stretched thin or even severed completely? The universal yearning for a serene final act can be tragically thwarted by the harsh realities of a changing world. Behind the veil of silence in countless homes, a heartbreaking reality unfolds. The weight of isolation bears down on the elderly, plunging them into a labyrinth of despair and a crushing sense of invisibility. Neglected for far too long, they represent a rapidly growing segment of society burdened by immense vulnerability. Works of art like the award-winning Korean film Miss Granny serve as a powerful social commentary. By peeling back the layers of seemingly ordinary senior lives, the film lays bare the heartbreaking realities of loneliness and helplessness endured by many. The relentlessness of time amplifies their burdens, gradually eroding their social support systems. The passage of years leaves them depleted, and they may even face ostracization for their perceived limitations. Bereft of loved ones who may have passed away or live far away, they grapple with a profound sense of hopelessness, yearning for a connection that seems perpetually out of reach. This despair can manifest in a longing for escape, even if that escape isn't always a choice they can make. China presents a particularly acute example of this crisis, facing a demographic shift of staggering proportions. The nation is experiencing a tidal wave of aging, with projections suggesting a staggering number of isolated elders exceeding 200 million by 2030. This demographic shift presents a complex challenge. As younger generations prioritize economic survival in a fiercely competitive world, the fabric of family bonds weakens. Visits from children morph into a cherished luxury, a stark contrast to the deep longing these seniors silently endure. Loneliness, sadly, becomes the norm, a constant companion that erodes not just their emotional well-being, but also their physical health. A simple visit, a gesture of connection, however brief, becomes a source of immense joy, a testament to the profound human need for social interaction that persists even in the face of societal neglect. This highlights a crucial point. Even the most basic forms of human connection can have a transformative impact on the lives of isolated seniors. The growing crisis of elder isolation demands a multifaceted approach. We must foster a cultural shift that values and respects the elderly, ensuring their voices are heard and their needs addressed. Technological advancements can play a crucial role in bridging the physical distance between generations, facilitating communication, and fostering a sense of connection. Additionally, promoting intergenerational programs can create opportunities for meaningful interaction and combat the social isolation that plagues so many elderly individuals. By working together, we can create a society where no senior citizen feels the crushing weight of loneliness and invisibility in their golden years. The Korean film Miss Granny transcends mere entertainment, weaving a poignant tapestry of social commentary. Oh Mal-soon, the film's protagonist, embodies the tragedy of isolation experienced by many seniors. Abandoned by her family and facing the loss of her only son, she confronts the relentless tide of loneliness in her twilight years. The film doesn't shy away from portraying the hardships that have marked her past, leaving her present a canvas painted in shades of despair. Yet, a seemingly insignificant encounter with a stranger's child injects a spark of solace and unexpected meaning back into her life. This fleeting moment of joy becomes tinged with a poignant irony, a stark reminder of the tragic reality for many seniors. The bar for finding purpose and connection in their twilight years has been set tragically low. Oh Mal-soon's story serves as a potent reflection of a fundamental shift in societal priorities. Whereas previous generations prioritized building families and establishing careers, the narrative surrounding young adulthood has drastically changed. Today, a growing number of young people are embracing singlehood, viewing it as a path to personal fulfillment and independence. This shift can be attributed to a complex interplay of factors, including economic pressures, a focus on self-discovery, and the increasing acceptance of diverse lifestyles. Emotional connections seem increasingly transient, with a growing emphasis on financial security as a cornerstone of a happy life. Perhaps having diligently followed societal expectations in their youth pursuing education and establishing careers, they now yearn for a life devoid of responsibility. Avoiding the complexities of marriage and child rearing may seem like a recipe for a stress-free future. However, Miss Granny subtly suggests a deeper truth. Such meticulously constructed notions of comfortable solitude may prove to be fragile when confronted with the realities of aging. The film's brilliance lies not just in highlighting the plight of the isolated elderly, but also in its exploration of the potential consequences of prioritizing self-sufficiency over building lasting bonds. As Oh Mal-soon's story unfolds, we see the corrosive effects of loneliness on the human spirit. The fleeting but profound connection with the child serves as a powerful reminder of the fundamental human need for social interaction and emotional connection, regardless of age or circumstance. Miss Granny becomes a poignant call to action, urging us to reevaluate societal pressures and prioritize building meaningful connections across generations. Social media and technology can be double-edged swords, offering opportunities for connection, but also fostering isolation. Perhaps by fostering a culture that celebrates both individual success and the importance of family and community, we can create a world where senior citizens are not only valued for their past contributions, but also actively integrated into the social fabric. This could involve promoting intergenerational programs, increasing access to technology for seniors to combat digital exclusion, and fostering a shift in cultural attitudes that celebrates the wisdom and experience of older adults. Ultimately, Miss Granny is not simply a film about an elderly woman. It's a potent commentary on the changing landscape of family dynamics and the human need for connection in a world increasingly focused on individual achievement. By acknowledging the challenges faced by both the elderly and younger generations, we can strive to create a society where loneliness doesn't become the inevitable melody of one's golden years. While visions of an active retirement filled with leisure and social connections abound, the reality for many older adults is a world apart. A recent study by the National Institute on Aging found that social isolation and loneliness are significant concerns for a growing segment of the elderly population. This isolation can have a devastating impact, not just on their emotional well-being, but also on their physical health. Consider Miss Edwards, an 82-year-old widow confined to her apartment after a hip replacement. Her days are characterized by a predictable routine of television, microwave meals, and brief interactions with delivery personnel. While superficially occupied, a profound sense of loneliness permeates her existence. Studies have shown that social isolation can lead to depression, anxiety, and even an increased risk of dementia. For Miss Edwards, the lack of social connection is not just a personal struggle. It's a potential health hazard. The misconception that financial security equates to quality care for seniors is a common pitfall for adult children. A 2023 article in the Journal of Geriatric Psychiatry emphasizes the importance of emotional well-being alongside financial security. The article cites the case of Mr. Davies, a widower whose children meticulously manage his finances and errands. Yet Mr. Davies yearns for a deeper connection, a sense of value beyond his material needs. He fears becoming an invisible figure, a silent observer in his own life. Loneliness is not a new affliction for the elderly. It's a persistent companion. A 2022 study published in Gerontology Research found that social isolation and loneliness are prevalent among seniors, with a higher incidence reported among those living alone or with limited mobility. The study highlights the story of Mr. Garcia, a retired carpenter whose life was dedicated to work and family, yet devoid of close emotional bonds. He grapples with a profound emptiness, reflecting the experiences of countless seniors who invested their lives in careers and families, only to face their golden years alone. Societal perceptions often portray the elderly as inconsequential figures with limited agency. Mr. Garcia embodies the quiet yearning of many, a yearning for purpose, connection, and a sense of belonging in their later chapters. Furthermore, limited mobility and cognitive decline can exacerbate social isolation. Miss Lewis, for instance, struggles to leave her home after a stroke. Conversations with loved ones become infrequent phone calls, a meager substitute for the comfort of face-to-face interaction. The physical and mental limitations imposed by age can compound the isolating effects of loneliness. Studies have shown that social interaction can stimulate cognitive function and even delay the onset of dementia. For Miss Lewis, social connection is not just a luxury, it's a potential lifeline to maintain her cognitive health. Addressing the emotional needs of the elderly requires a multifaceted approach that goes beyond simply providing for their physical well-being. Here are some ways to foster social connection in their later years. Exploring senior living options. Many assisted living communities offer social activities, group meals, and opportunities for interaction with peers. These communities can provide a stimulating environment that combats loneliness and fosters a sense of belonging. Intergenerational programs. Connecting younger and older generations through volunteer programs can be mutually beneficial. Seniors can share their wisdom and experience, while younger volunteers can provide companionship and a fresh perspective. Technology as a tool. While technology cannot replace human connection, it can be a valuable tool for facilitating communication. Video calls can help bridge geographical distances, and online communities can provide a platform for social interaction for those with limited mobility. The power of listening. Perhaps the most important aspect of combating loneliness in seniors is simply making time for meaningful conversations. Actively listening to their concerns, stories, and experiences validates their feelings and demonstrates that they are valued members of society. It's a collective responsibility to ensure that our golden years are truly golden, filled with connection, purpose, and a sense of belonging. By recognizing the multifaceted nature of senior care and implementing these strategies, we can create a more compassionate and fulfilling experience for our aging population. This doesn't require grand gestures. Even small changes in our approach can make a significant difference. Let's move beyond societal expectations and ensure that our elders are seen, heard, and valued members of our communities. While challenges may arise as we age, embracing acceptance unlocks a world of possibilities. Life, at any stage, holds immense value. Even the seemingly ordinary moments can be imbued with beauty if we choose to see them. As a wise proverb states, only through facing pain can we truly understand ourselves, gaining the strength to navigate life's inevitable hardships. Time is precious, and for children, cherishing their elders is a sacred duty. Just as children require care and attention, so too do our seniors. Ultimately, building a secure foundation for yourself sets the stage for a fulfilling future. In the twilight years, companionship emerges as the most valuable treasure. This concludes today's exploration. Thank you for joining us. If these reflections resonate with you, please consider subscribing to our channel. We welcome your thoughts and encourage you to share this message with others. Remember, in this community, you'll never be alone.